My name is Al Capone, and I would like to thank you for swooping back into the channel today. Tips for Beginners Part 2 Gameplay Edition. This video we are going to go through one of my gameplays, and I am going to give you some tips that will help you get more kills. Not necessarily go on longer streaks, but get more kills versus death. So, let's get into it. So, I have, we're playing on Standoff, which is one of my favorite maps. So let's get into it here. Okay, now typically when I go into this map, what I like to do is I like to stick to either the left-hand lane or the right-hand lane. I won't, hold on, let me pause this. I won't typically go into the middle of the map. That's just the way I play Call of Duty. And if you want to see other Call of Duty videos like Infinite Warfare, I've got a bunch of them on the channel. And you'll see that it's very rare that I actually play middle of the map. So I'm going to go back here just a bit. So my biggest thing is, and the thing that I'm going to say 1,000 times throughout this video is, every time that you come to a corner, or every time you think that there might be enemies, stop. Put your gun up. Be ready. That is the one thing that I am going to say 1,000 times throughout this video, is always have your gun up. You've heard the old expression, don't get caught with your pants down. Well, in Call of Duty, don't get caught with your gun down. So when you're playing on Standoff, there are a bunch of places on this map that people like to sit. One of them being right here in this doorway. The other one being right here as you're coming off spawn at the beginning of the map. And as you can see, teammate just took out one of the people coming off spawn. So I'm aimed down sight, I'm ready. I decide to push through this building. Now as I come to the building's door, okay, let me stop that right there because we can go back and hear it. As I'm coming to the door, my gun is up. Not only being able to see him come around the corner, but another thing that will help you tremendously in Call of Duty is a decent headset. Or better than decent is a good headset. Listen for those audio cues, because I find that there are a lot of people that in Cold War that don't run Ninja, so you can hear their footsteps coming. So as I'm coming around, my gun is up. I know that there's probably going to be somebody sitting right where this guy is, or even back here a little bit. So my gun is up. I know that there's going to be somebody there. Put that together with the audio cues that I'm hearing. I know that he's here. Gun up. He didn't even have a chance. There was no chance of him winning that gunfight, no matter what. Okay, so stop it. Now, another big thing is pay attention to your mini-map. Your mini-map is quite possibly the most important piece when playing Call of Duty. It shows you where enemies are, where your teammates are. It's just one of those things that if you don't look at it every 2 to 3 seconds, you're probably going to lose almost every gunfight you get into. So pay attention to your minimap. Now, as you can see, there is a enemy on the other team. He's firing, which means he's right off in that corner right there. So as I'm coming around the corner, I see him, and this is a mistake on my part. I went through without my gun up. So if my teammate hadn't have been there and he was sitting there, as I'm coming around the doorway, he potentially could have taken me out. And as you can see, as he's falling, then I decide to ADS and fire some bullets into an already dead body. Once again, this piece here, this part here in this map, a lot of people like to hide out in this corner, or they stand right by the garbage bins, or right in that doorway. So as I'm coming to the corner, gun up. Now, I don't know if you guys were able to see that. I don't know if I'll be able to back it up enough where you can. Right there. I just seen this person dip around the corner. So I know that he's there. So gun up, coming around, gun up, hurt him. Boom. Done. Now, I could have continued to push that way into their spawn, but there's not a lot of cover back there to push when they're coming off spawn. So, okay, once again, mini-map. I see that there is a person in this building. He took out 2 of my teammates. Boom. Okay, so let's go back and look at this one, because this one here is just pure luck. That's all that is pure luck. I'm coming around the corner. My gun is down. I can't hear any footsteps. All I hear are the bullets from the guy in this building taking out my teammates. And it just so happens, this is a complete luck shot, this person here is sniping. They didn't expect me to be coming around the corner. I'm running an SMG, so I'm going to have the advantage there. So that was a pure luck kill on my part, 100%. Now, I'm going to point out another one of my mistakes here. I didn't ADS when I was coming around the corner from the barn because there are usually people that sit in here or even up here. I've even seen them camp right here. So that is a complete mistake on my part. I should have had my gun up. I should have been ready, but I wasn't. Same whenever I push through this building. I slide and my gun is down. There are usually people that sit right here in this doorway or even this corner. And in most cases, right here in this corner. So I am very lucky that nobody was in this building. And something that I'm just seeing now, there's Mountain Dew cans in here. And that looks like Schweppes ginger ale right there, maybe. That's incredible. Fat City. Sweet. Okay. So once again, pre-aiming because there could be somebody coming through that door. They like to camp in these corners and behind the right there. They've also like to lay down right in here. Okay, I'm listening. I heard a gunshot. I'm looking up at the minimap and I can see that one of my teammates died in that little courtyard away from the store. Just gonna go and take a quick look. Once again, minimap is telling me that there is somebody down in the courtyard that is firing a gun. Gonna go. Okay, now, as I come around the corner, my gun is up because, obviously, this is a very popular area to get kills. I'm listening. Okay, heard the footsteps right about here. Started hearing the footsteps. Boom! Didn't even have a chance. Was not expecting me to be there. The gun, her gun, or his gun, her gun. This person's gun was down. Didn't expect me to be there. Here another one. Now, he's a little more cautious. But the problem with him being more cautious is that I believe he's a newer player. Because he should have been able to pick me off 1,000%. What was he running? Okay. He is running a handgun. Now, I'm not sure which one he's running. But as you can see, as he came around the corner, I already had one bullet into him. He did exactly what I'm telling you guys to be doing. He is ADS. He is aiming down sight. The problem is that as he's coming around the corner, I'm off. I'm more to the right where his gun is pointing. His gun is pointing here, and I'm sitting right here, which means as he's coming across the around the corner, I'm able to pump 2-3 bullets into him before he even realizes what's going on. Reload. I'm listening, not hearing anything, but on the minimap, I can see that there are 2 enemies right here. So that means that there's one right here, and that means that there's one over here at the doorway to the courtyard. So take my time. I'm listening. There he is. I knew that one was going to be there. Now here is the mistake that led me to my first death, and that is I ran through the door, knowing full well that people sit here and camp and wait for people like it's choke point coming out of that door. I ran through the door without making sure that my gun was up, so there is a perfect example of me getting caught with my gun down. Boom, finished. And that is a completely justifiable kill on their part. I have nobody to get upset with other than myself. Okay. Seeing the minimap. Oh, teammate goes down somewhere over here. Aim down sight. Okay. Now, I know that they're coming off spawn. Boom, there's one. Now, as I get to those barrels, though, as I get to the barrels, what am I doing? Aiming down sight. I am ready for them. I know that they're going to be there. Get the kill. Rotate back just to make sure that nobody's coming up behind me. Okay. Nobody here. Now, this death here, completely my fault. The reason for, not one of my bullets hits this guy. So that is just poor aim on my part. Not one bullet hits. Not one. Okay, back into it. Another mistake coming up right here, and that is I followed this teammate into this building without having my gun up, without looking at the mini-map, without listening for the audio cues. I just naturally assumed because this teammate ran through the building that there was nobody there. Do not make that mistake. Just because a teammate runs through doesn't mean that you're going to be able to run through at the same time or slightly behind, because, you know, Call of Duty is a fast-paced game. So the teammate could have made it through, but who knows? There could have been somebody sitting right here that decided, no, I'm not going to challenge that. And then as I come through, or, you know, they could have even been sitting right here. You know, I'm not going to challenge that one. And then as you push through, oh, this is the one that I'm going to challenge. Boom, you're dead. So that is a mistake on my part. Listening. Now here is another one of those semi-luck kills, but at the same time I heard them. So I'm hearing it. I'm hearing the footsteps. I'm hearing this person's footsteps. Okay? Now, as I'm coming around the corner, my teammate has already done the work here, because this person is firing at my teammate. Has no idea that I'm right here in their blind spot. Boom. Done. This player was about to kill my teammate, and I came around the corner and finished off the kill. And that's why I get the Savior medal. Because there was a good chance that that enemy player was going to kill my teammate, and because she didn't see me. Okay, so right here I'm listening, throw that, whatever. Okay, now on the minimap, I can see that one of my teammates has died downstairs at the store. Boom. Okay, so let's go back to this here, because there is a mistake here. No, there's not. I know that because of, hold on. This isn't the part where there's a mistake. Similar. Okay, so let's go back to this. I know that I have a teammate that has just died downstairs. I know that that person is probably coming up the stairs. Now, back here somewhere, I heard the footsteps downstairs. So what do? Gun up, coming through the door. No chance. Now, what I didn't anticipate, and this is going to happen no matter how hard you try to counter it, is players moving in packs. So there were two players there that I didn't know about. The second one standing in the door, pretty much, you know, his teammate went through. She was the bait. He stood back, collected the kill. Once again, this is a mistake. I ran through this building without my gun up. Okay, here's another mistake. When I come back off spawn, okay, when I come back off spawn, I'm listening, I'm looking at the mini-map, ADSing. I know that this person is in here. I know that they're in there. Okay, and this is another one of those mistakes that I made. I went up the stairs with my gun down, knowing that this player was in there. Coming up the stairs, gun down, he had my number punched. There's no excuse for that whatsoever. Completely my fault. I should have had my gun up. And I pushed into that building knowing that he was there, and for whatever reason, didn't have my gun up. Now, this is right here. Right here is something I told everybody not to do, which is actively seek out revenge kills. And what am I doing? I'm going back in here to seek my revenge kill. But he's smart. He's moved. He knows. Boom. Okay? He knows if I stay here any longer, this person's going to come in and there is a chance that he could light me up. So, now, this is another one of those pure luck things. I went to throw my Semtex out. Trophy system took it out. Whatever the hell it's called. I think it's trophy system. Trophy system took it out. And I see this guy just chilling. So, also, as I'm moving, well, I don't know if you'd be able to hear it or not. I heard it in game. Anyway, as I was turning, I heard the footsteps of this guy coming up the stairs. Now, like I said, I believe he is a newer player and not 100% on his aim or anything like that. He gets off 2 shots, but I was ready for him. I knew he was going to be behind me. Get moving. And that's another thing that I want to talk about really quick too, is if you are going to be patrolling an area, I do patrol a little area closer to the end of the match. If you are going to be patrolling an area and you do happen to get 2 or 3 kills, you know, back to back to back, after you get those 2 or 3 kills, get out of there. Go to a different spot, because now you're enraging those players that you've killed, and what's going to happen is they're all going to come down at you at once. So make a couple of kills in a certain area and then book it. Get out of there. Another thing I want to talk about really, really fast is if you are not running a stim shot, get it. Put it on your class. 100%. I don't know how many times the stim shot has saved me when I'm going on longer kill streaks. Another thing really fast too is different score streaks are going to help you if you want to go on longer kill streaks. For me, I just recently started running these, which is body armor, the war machine, and a harp. Now, the reason that you want body armor is, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's body armor. The war machine is really good if you want to go on longer kill streaks, because if you get into an area where there are 3 or 4 enemies sitting there and you pop off 1 grenade and take them all out with 1 grenade, well, guess what? Your coinage just went through the roof. And the harp, because you want to be able to see where those enemies are, what direction they're facing, if they're firing a weapon, and it just gives you a better idea as to where you need to be to put yourself in a better situation to kill them. So those are an absolute... I wouldn't say that these are an absolute must, but if you do want to go on longer kill streaks, then I would suggest you throwing them on. This right here, in my opinion, the stim shot, it is 1,000% needed on every single class. I'm listening, there's nothing going on. I make a mistake right here. Now, this is just shitty aim on my part, and a complete luck kill. That's all that is. Because I ran through here without my gun up. Okay? And there could have been somebody sitting in this corner. Hell, there could have even been somebody sitting in this corner over here. So, caught with my gun down. Now, this guy comes out. Pure shitty aim. I don't know how I was able to pick that kill off, but I did. Okay, rotating back. Coming around the corner, ADSing, making sure that there's nobody there, and then run back. Looking at the minimap, I see that there is somebody firing over there. Decide to push through here. Now, I'm hearing footsteps. Last second, I realized that the footsteps are coming up behind me. And that is another problem with the game, is that sometimes you think that the footsteps are in front of you when really they're behind you. So let's take a listen. Last second, make the turn and realize, oh shit, he's behind me. Boom, he's finished. Listening. I'm going to patrol this area for a little bit. What happened here? Okay, proximity mine. Let's talk about the proximity mine, because the proximity mine has also saved me quite a bit. If you're not running a proximity mine, I would suggest that you do. The reason for it, because if you are going to be patrolling an area, like I'm going to patrol this hallway and staircase here for a few minutes. If you're off on the other side, patrolling the other side, you can listen and hear or get the notification that your trip mine, or not trip mine, your proximity mine, has killed an enemy, or it has went off, which means you can then turn around and go back and make sure that there wasn't another enemy or another enemy player following the person that it killed. Okay, aiming down sight, listening, visual or audio cues. Okay, so right here, is a completely stupid death on my part. I didn't hear them coming, which tells me this player here is using Ghost or Ninja. I didn't see them on the minimap, which means they hadn't fired a shot, and there's no UAV up. But that also tells me that this person is probably running Ghost for a couple of reasons. Number one, as you can see, it's a sniper. So yes, they're going to be running Ghost. Now, this goes back to one of the things I said in a previous video, and that is that sniping in this game takes no skill at all. This is a hip-fire snipe kill. Hip-fire. Snipe. Up close. Stupid death on my part. That's all I'm going to say about it. Okay, so just running through. Nothing going on. I'm gonna go back up here. See on the minimap to my right that the enemy was firing a gun, or firing a weapon. Hearing something. Oh, hold on. Right over here, as I'm coming around this corner. Right here. I remember looking up at the minimap and seeing that there is an enemy that has just killed one of my teammates. Okay. So I'm patrolling a little bit. Okay, I'm looking, I'm listening. I can't hear anything. I'm just about to bail from this area because I felt like I had been waiting too long. I was just about to bail, and I see him. I didn't hear him, so that tells me that this player here is also using Ninja. I couldn't hear him. Now, once again, prime example is when he comes around, he had his gun down. So he got caught with his gun down. And as he's coming around the corner, and I fire the first shot, which doesn't really hit him. It goes over here, as you can see the dust coming up. He's aiming down sight. But once again, like the kill that came before, when he aims down sight, his aim is right here. And I'm over to the right a little more. He gets off one shot, but I had already pumped him right full. Thinking that there is going to... I don't know what happened here. I think that there was somebody behind me. I can't really remember. I really got to remember to, start recording every time I play a game. Okay, so once again, prime example right there. Coming off, I hear and I see on the minimap that one of my teammates has just died to a person in this building. I decide not to push right away. Okay, I wait for, and this is gonna, right here. I know that he's up there. I decide not to push when I'm coming off spawn because there is a chance that he could jump down. But as I come around the corner, I get my visual cue that he's still up there with the bullets and on the minimap. So, what do? I rotate back. Gun up, which I don't do. That's a mistake. But by the time I get in there, he's already gone. Try to get this guy. I had a few bullets on him, but a teammate is actually the one that completed the kill. I think that was an artillery strike or something. Okay, go back. Now here is another prime example of me just being extremely lucky. As you can see, before I go into the building, I am ADS because I know that there is probably going to be somebody there. When I think, oh no, there's nobody there, I slide in once again. Now, the advantage here is this person here is looking this way. Once again, I'm off to the right. As I come in, now technically, I don't know how I won this because look where my bullets are going. Look where his are going. He's already hitting me. And somehow, I'm able to correct the aim and get the kill. And that's going to be another thing too. You have to constantly be working on your aim. You are going to take a lot of death, but you find that right balance. listening. I remember, just as a side note about aim, I remember back whenever I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3, I was playing on the Xbox One, and I was having trouble aiming, you know, because it was the first Call of Duty that I actually wanted to play seriously online. Like, I played other ones before that, but I was just like, yeah, you know, I'll hop on, whatever. I didn't take it really seriously. When Black Ops 3 came out, I wanted to take it seriously. I wanted to be one of those multiplayer players. I was having trouble aiming. Decided, okay, fine, I'm going to buy a set of Control Freaks. Spent the $18.99, got the Black Ops 3 ones, threw them on my Xbox One controller, and over the course of 2 weeks, I found that I was actually playing worse. Ripped them off, instantly my aim changed. Crazy. Infinite Warfare comes out, I'm having trouble aiming, so I make the same decision. Okay, I'm going to get a set of Control Freaks for my PlayStation 4. Throw them on there, I'm instantly better. So with the Xbox One controller, I didn't need the Control Freaks because I found that I aimed better and played better and faster with the Xbox One controller. PlayStation 4 controller, I absolutely needed them because I couldn't do it without it. So it's a very small investment. I think they cost about $20. If you want to get better at aim and all that kind of stuff, my suggestion would be, and I'm not sponsored by Control Freaks, I wish I was, but I'm not, go and pick yourself up a set, throw them on, and see how you play. Because you never know, it could be one of those things like it was with me. Thought it was going to help me with the Xbox One controller. Turns out that the Xbox One controller was perfect the way it was. I just needed a little more practice with it. And with the PlayStation 4, it turned out that it actually did help. So
there's going to be a reckoning.
Not hearing anything. And I hear my proximity mine go off, and this is where the proximity mine is a lifesaver in these situations. I didn't hear this guy until he got to about right here. I didn't hear his footsteps until he got to about right here, and that was after he had tripped the proximity mine. He is preoccupied. He is reloading his gun. He's looking at the wall. He doesn't even know I'm here. Then he's dead. So as you're coming up these stairs right here, make sure that you're not mid-reload, and make sure that your gun is up. Now this person was using a knife. Now, typically in Call of Duty, the melee range is ridiculous. Right here is a stupid death. I get sniped. I get sniped from a guy sitting in this window, all the way over here in this building back here. And all he could see, I remember watching the kill cam, the only thing that he could see was just the top part of my shoulder. And he sniped me. Once again, sniping in this game, no skill. I thought I had lost my war machine because I was just about to call it in when I got sniped. Okay, so here's something that doesn't make sense to me. As you can see, there is a enemy player right there that is my teammate has put some bullets into and is bleeding. My teammate is dead. Okay? There's the enemy teammate right there. And there's one behind him. Fire the war machine in, don't get one kill with it. Not one. See my teammate run in there, gun down. I know that there are teammates or enemies in there. They're probably waiting at that door. Slide in, which is a stupid on my part. I'm able to get one, but I didn't count on this guy standing right here having flak jacket and tac mask. Boom, dead. We're coming to the end of the match here. Put on the body armor for whatever reason. Whatever, I have it. Might as well use it. Aiming down sight. Getting ready. Making sure that if there is going to be somebody there, that I have an advantage. This right here is pure luck on my part once again. Sniping, couldn't pick off the kill. I was ready for him. My aim was a little off, but still somehow got the kill. Now right there, let's go back really quick. Be aware whenever you are running through here of people like this asshole right here, who is just camping right there with a sniper rifle. Now, originally, whenever I ran through here, I didn't see him. And the reason that he didn't take a shot is because he knew he couldn't pick me off because I was going through too quick. But when I get here, there he is. He is full aim down sight. He knew I was coming through there because he had seen me. That is a good play on his part, other than the fact that he's a camping bitch. Boom, he can't get it. Stim shot, go back up. He's already gone. Know that there's a teammate that just died in that courtyard. Gun up. Gun up. Hearing footsteps, but they're teammates.
Enemy war machine.
And that is the end of that.
Anytime,
So
any
if you
place.
guys do
Bring the
take
prisoners to
anything
me.
from this video, please remember, do not get caught with your gun down. That is the biggest tip that I can give you. Also, be aware of your surroundings. And also, use the minimap to your advantage. The minimap is quite possibly the most important piece of equipment that you can go into a game with, and you need to be using it. You need to be looking at that minimap every 4 to 5 or every 2 to 3 seconds, making sure that you know where everybody is in the map. Also, listen for those audio cues. A good headset is going to be your best friend. Don't forget to rock out with a stim shot, because that thing will save your ass if you get into a situation where you need to be saved. Proximity mine, you can run if you want to. It's not always going to help you. I'm going to say that 5 times out of 10, it gets destroyed. Or actually, 6 times out of 10, it gets destroyed. The other 4 times, you might be able to get a kill off of it. So, your discretion there. Also, when you are loading out, any attachments that you have that will increase bullet velocity is probably the way to go. 100%, if there is an attachment that says 100% bullet velocity, throw that attachment on your weapon. Bullet velocity is going to help you, and what that essentially means is that the bullet is going to be able to go a little further. It is going to hit a little harder. It's just going to help. So if you did enjoy the video and you found some of these tips helpful, then please consider hitting the subscribe button, smashing the thumbs up, and clicking that little bell notification so that you do not miss out whenever I upload a brand new video. And until the next one, I'm out.